Hey everybody. Hello. Hey everyone, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, perfect. Hey everybody, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 22nd of February and we are now live in New York session over here. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm gonna check GBP JPY. Let's have a look at GBP JPY over here. So if we look at the monthly time frame, so basically what monthly candles are doing is monthly candles are just rejecting this area over here. So this is a very strong level of resistance, I can say. And the current month candle has broke above the high of the previous month, but it is rejecting all the way down, and if it will remain like this, then the current month candle can reverse back, break its own low and fill the wick of the previous month candle. So that means right now if I look at the monthly candle, then the monthly is bearish for me because it's rejecting all the higher prices over here like the previous candles did, right? So monthly is bearish. Sorry. After the monthly, let's have a look at the weekly over here, and the weekly time frame. So there's a resistance over here, right? And all the previous candles rejected that area of resistance. Now the current week's candle has created a higher wick, and it's coming down to fill the wick of the previous week candle. So what the maximum target it can go towards to? So it can go down to fill these wicks, and obviously with volume the current week candle will break the low and move all the way down, right? But for that it really needs to have some good volume, so it can possibly move down towards this support over here. So now we have a idea about the weekly as well. Now, this is not a trade, guys. I was just checking something, so don't try to copy this one. I was just checking something. So if we look at the daily after the weekly, okay, actually let me just explain everything to you again, because the screen wasn't live over here. So okay, so I was talking about the monthly over here. So the monthly time frame is rejecting all the higher prices from the left, which earlier it did as well, and now the monthly candle is reversing all the way down. So this can also happen that the current month candle can reverse all the way back down, break its own low and move down to fill the wick of the last month's candle, right? So that can also be the case, right? Because all the previous candles did rejected this area. So this is a very strong area, and that area we are talking about is in month, right? So monthly resistance is a resistance which is the strongest, right? So after the monthly, let's go to the weekly over here. So basically what weekly is doing is weekly created a resistance over here. Now the previous week's candle, 2 weeks candle over here, they all respected that area of resistance. Okay, so now the candle is coming down, the current week candle is coming down by creating a higher wick, right? So it can go more down to fill the wicks from the left, and with heavy volume it will break the lows and continue moving down to this level. So that can be the case, right? So according to me, monthly and weekly is bearish. So after the weekly, let's talk about the daily over here. So now daily is kind of some thing, like I really don't like the setup of the daily, right? Why? Because the reason is all these wicks. Whenever there are wicks, there's rejection and there's confusion. So let's just create a study over here. So there was a support over here in the daily. Okay. So there is a support over here in daily, and the market is respecting that support for now, right? So for now, the market is respecting that support, and there's a resistance over here, which the daily created. Actually, there's a resistance over here, right? So right now the market is in a heavy consolidation zone, I can say, because there are huge wick rejections. Wick rejections are there. There are body rejections, and the range is just a little bit over here. So two things can happen. Number one is that there will be volume coming in and the market will be breaking down over here, right? And the second thing is the market can reject this area and tap to this resistance over here. Hey buddy, good evening. So that can be the case, right? So now let's move to the, let me just check. I want this area to be visible in the daily only, so yeah, okay. So if we talk about 4 hour after the daily, let's have a look at the 4 hour. So now what's happening is monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish, daily is kind of confusing right now. Like it's like a question mark. We don't know whether it will be rejecting that area or whether it will be breaking down, right? So we don't know. So for that we need to look at the 4 hour as well. So if we look at the 4 hour, look, the trend is bearish in the 4 hour, right? So the trend is not really strong. Look at this. Market coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up. Like it's spending most of the times, within the previous range. So that's the problem over here. But we need to filter this out. So there is a support over here. Okay, so there was a support over here. The market broke below that support, and there's another support over here. The market didn't tap that area yet, right? So the market is now consolidating. So it has created a resistance over here. So it has created a resistance over here as well. It has created a support over here as well. So now if we need the market to move down, then the market needs to break its own low and continue moving down. Right now the current 4 hour candle is having 2 hours left to close, right? So now two things can happen. Number one is that it will go up with volume, that will take the daily candle bullish, right? Number two is that it will reverse back and break its own low, that will take the daily candle all the way down, and very very soon it will break this area as well, right? But we don't know yet. So we need to look at the 1 hour over here. Okay, so this is the 1 hour, and 1 hour. Look at the 1 hour over here. Bad conditions. 1 hour is in a really bad condition over here. So I want this area to be visible in the 1 hour. I want this line to be visible in the 1 hour. Perfect. So now all the previous candles and the current candle are rejecting this 1 hour area. And if you look at the upside, let me just stretch it a little bit more so that so yes, so now even if a 1 hour candle closes above this area, we don't have a range, right? We have rejections over here at 10 pips, we have rejections over here at 6 pips, right? So but above this area, let me just mark this area over here. Okay, so if we talk about this area over here, we have this clean candle, right? So if I measure this range, then this range is about 16 pips. Okay, I really don't like it much, but yes, it can work. 16 pips of range is there. So there is a 16 pips of range over here, so I'm gonna try to take the trade in 156.164. And if I talk about sells, sells are pretty tricky over here. We have this much of range. Okay, so for me this is a support over here. There is a support over here as well, but I'm not gonna mark that area. I'm gonna look at that area in the 30 minutes. So all these area are labeled and marked in the 1 hour. Let's look at below this area. Is there anything? Yeah, there is. The range is pretty good over here. So this is 30 minutes over here. You know, in 30 minutes I really don't like this higher prices over here. Just a quick question, why is your MQL signal not performing well? Maybe you can take it off for some time. MQL signal, okay, that one. Yeah, that one, actually I don't give that much time to that signal, so that's just a test account. I just test new strategies and all in that particular signal, so that signal is kept there just to, you know, just to monitor the strategies and all. Yeah, but I think that's really some people might just think that that's my main account, so it might affect my reputation as well, so I'll take it off. Actually, I'll take it off now. But there is no signal, nothing. Okay, so let's just talk about this one over here. I really don't like the way GBP JPY is moving right now, because it's just like it's like garbage for me, because look at all these fixed rejections over here, all these fixed rejections. I just see one clean candle over here, and you know, but yeah, we can try taking this candle over here. So the idea is I'm not looking for buys over here in GBP JPY. Maybe if we talk about this range, then okay, let's see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this area over here. So below 155.854 I'll look for sales. Yeah, because we have this clean candle over here, right? So market can come down and fill this clean candle and fill this wick over here, and this wick is 16 pips away. So the total range over here, so the total range is about 19 pips over here. So it's a pretty nice range, so we can try taking this range. So but for that I'll need some confirmations. There's nothing over here, no range. Yeah, there's problem with the range over here. Okay, so let's have a look on the other pairs as well. So this was all about GBP JPY. So now we know that monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish, daily is question mark, right? We don't know. 4 hour was what the 4 hour was saying. Yeah, 4 hour was also rejecting this price over here. So we don't know whether it will be breaking above or whether it will be rejecting this area. We don't know about that. Hourly is also uh, in a no trading zone for me for now, right? So I might try taking a trade above 156.164 in the hourly only, because hourly will have a clean candle over here, right? So I'll try to take this trade over here, right? But not below that. Also, if we talk about 30 minutes, then in 30 minutes I'm gonna sell below 155.854 area, because I have this clean area to cover up, and the range is also pretty good. So I think out of this 20 pips of range I can easily grab 10 pips, but let's see. Okay, so let's now talk oh, GBP USD is moving. Nice. So let's just talk about GBP USD. Also, I want to check some news over here as well, whether there's news or so. There is some news coming up. PMI 815. Oh, tomorrow JPY will be closed. GP will be there. Okay, so let's just talk about GBP USD. So look here, GBP USD is also rejecting all the higher prices over here, right? So we have a resistance over here in the monthly, right? So monthly time frame just went all the way up, now rejecting all these prices over here. So this can be, I can say that this can be a retracement within the candle, and it will go up maybe to fill its own wick, or it can just reject all these prices over here and will reverse back. Something like that can happen, right? So after talking about the monthly, let's have a look at the weekly over here. So if you look at the weekly, then the weekly there is a resistance in the weekly over here, then there is a support, right? So market is moving within the range over here, right? The previous week's candle closed like the market doesn't know whether to go up or down, and it closed in between. So now the current week's candle has created a higher wick, and it's moving down. So it might move down to fill the wicks over here from the on the left. So that means the weekly is bearish. So the monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish. Why monthly is bearish? Because it's coming down, okay, by rejecting the higher prices. So now let's talk about the daily over here. So if we talk about daily over here, then daily was having a strong level of support. It went up, and market created a fake out over here. The yesterday's candle went all the way up, closed like a weak bullish candle, and today's candle just broke the lows and coming down. So where it can move, so it can come down to this level over here. That means daily is bearish. So now the things are getting more clear, right? So if we talk about 4-hour, then we have a support over here in the 4-hour, and it's rejecting that area. So the 4-hour candles are 4-hour candle is rejecting this area over here on the left. What the? Yeah. So the 4-hour is rejecting this support area from the left, and we don't know whether it will be breaking down or whether it will be rejecting this area and moving up from here. We don't know. So we need to wait. We need to wait for a better confirmation which will tell us, because we cannot sell over here, right? Because we don't know whether this candle will be rejecting this area and moving up from here, or whether this candle will be going down to break down below this area and moving all the way down to this level. So if it comes down, then what will be the target? The target will be over here. So the market will be coming down to this level once it breaks this its own low or these lows over here. So this is the range we have to look for. So this range I'm gonna look for will be in the 1 hour. But as usual, there is a problem over here in the 1 hour, right? We have this garbage range. We cannot trade this area. So if I mark some supports and resistances in the 1 hour, then let's have a look over here. So below this area we have this range of about like 10 pips, not interested. Then this garbage range over here, not interested. Then we have a nice range coming up. So I'm gonna mark this level over here. I want this area to be visible in the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So yeah, 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay, this area as well. Okay, so we are targeting basically why it's looking like this. Okay. Okay, so basically we are targeting this clean candle, these clean candles over here, right? But we have to zoom in a little bit to see what information we are having over here. So now we know that we can trade this area, right? So I'm gonna mark the target as well, and I want this area also to be visible in the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So we are targeting this area over here, right? So we have to look in the 4 hour, like what it looks like in the 4 hour, right? Where is, okay. So basically we are targeting this wick fill, okay? We are targeting this wick fill over here. So whenever there is volume, wicks gets filled. So let's wait for some volume to come in and give us our trade over here. But this was all about in the 1 hour only, right? So if we have a trade below this 1.35314 area, then first of all market can come down to fill this wick, which is like 5.4 pips away. Once it breaks down this wick over here, it can go down like 9.3 pips. And once the candle break below this wick, we have a full range of about 41 pips. So what I'm gonna do is, obviously these wicks are really dangerous, right? Why? Because the market went down this much and rejected these prices over here and move all the way up from here. And look, after these wick rejections, look at the momentum of the market, right? So we have to be very, very careful when we are taking trades like this, right? So what if the market taps this wick over here and it starts to reject? So if that happens, I'm gonna close 90% of the trade when it comes to break-even point. So by doing that, I can be safe from a massive loss, and I'm gonna just lose like few pips in this trade. So that's my idea, to save my to cut my losses short, and that's the idea, you know, to manage my trade really well. Okay, so let's just wait and watch the market and wait for the market to enter this area. And let's move to the 30 minutes. Okay, so if we talk about 30 minutes over here, then we have this range, clean range over here below this area. Okay, and we have this support over here. And if I calculate this range over here, then this range is like 31 pips, which is a really nice thing. So let's see, let's wait for the market to enter this area, because there's nothing other range we can, you know, I can trade. There's this candle over here, but I don't think there's a, yeah, there's just 9.7 pips of range. No, not enough, not enough. So I'm not gonna talk about gold over here, because gold is okay. Let's see. So let's just see the GBP over here and GBP USD. Now gold. Okay, so let's just analyze gold as well. So by looking at the you know, monthly time frame over here, the market just went up to a strong rejection resistance, and it's rejecting that area. So over here you cannot take a buy, because you don't know whether the market is gonna move up again. It can move down, and you cannot take a sell, because you don't know whether the market's gonna fill its own wick and break its own high to move all the way up to this level, right? Because the market is in a bullish momentum. So this is a area in which you don't know what to do in the higher time frame. So you need to switch to a lower time frame to get more information about the market. So if we look at the weekly over here, then the weekly is also rejecting or respecting a very, very strong level of resistance over here, right? And it's coming down from this area. So where it can possibly move down towards, like, okay, where it can move down towards. So first of all, it will be going down to tap this area over here, right? So it can move down to this level. That means gold can move down from here, like 260 pips of range is there in the weekly. Or it can move up, break its own high, fill this wick, right? So it can move up to this level as well for 20 pips. Oh damn. Okay, so if we talk about daily over here, so first of all the market is creating high highs and high lows. Okay, and it's another level of support formed over here. So right now the market is at a support level, it's trying to push down, but we don't know whether the market's gonna push all the way down or whether the market gonna push all the way up. Okay, so I think to look for sells we need some confirmations. So if we look at the 4-hour over here, then by looking at the 4-hour we have this area of support down over here, right? So market can tap this area maybe, and there is a resistance over here as well. So this 4-hour candle is about to close. So this candle is about to close over here. Just hold on everybody. So this candle is about to close in 1 hour 48 minutes, and there's another problem actually. This problem over here. So there is a support down over here and the market is respecting that support, and it's rejected the lower prices. So market can take up, go up again from this level of area, right? And once it starts to move up, then this will be the area it will be moving towards to, right? So now this was all about the 4-hour analysis. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. So by looking at the 1 hour, we have this clean candle over here, right? We have so there was a support down over here. The previous candle did closed below that support, right? And also the current 1 hour candle has went up, and now it can reverse back down to fill the wick of the previous 1 hour and fill this clean range. So I think it will be moving down. That will be a wick fill also in the 4-hour time frame. So how can we take the trade? We take this trade. How can we take this trade? Below this wick there is a 34 pips of range. That's a really nice range, but we need to filter the things out. So if we talk about 30 minutes over here, let's just see the 1 minute now. What 1 minute is doing basically. It just went up. Nothing. So let's look at the 30 minutes over here. Okay, so by looking at the 30 minutes, we have a area down over here, and this is a level of support. So below this area we have this clean candles, and this will be the target area over here, right? So but how can we take this range? How can we trade this area? Well, there's nothing right now we can do. Okay, we need to look at the 15 minutes, and I might need a 15-minute candle closing below this area, and then I'll be taking a trade. Okay, so there was a resistance formation, then there is another resistance formation, then there is a support formation over here. Market is moving up. Let's have a look at the 5 minutes. Okay, so if I talk about 15 minutes, then I might wait for a 15-minute candle to close below this area, and then I'm gonna take a trade in this range. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this was a POI over here, so market can come down from this POI, like 40 pips down, but we don't know whether that's gonna happen or not. So I'm gonna watch. Okay, so 30-minute candle is about to close in 13 minutes, so that means okay, so that means I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute candle to close first. Now GBP JPY is trying to push up. $42 minutes remaining over here. Yeah. So this was the analysis of gold, GBP USD, and GBP JPY. Now we have to just wait. We just have to wait. You know, if I look at the 30 minutes, then this is the area we should be worrying about in 30-minute time frame. We have this much of range over here, but obviously we need really heavy volume to push the price all the way up to fill this clean candle. So that's why I'm gonna trade the buy over here in the 1 hour only. Even though if I miss some opportunity, that's okay, no problem. So this candle just broke the high over here, right? But why we are not taking this trade? Because there's no range. So let's just wait and watch the market and let the market do its thing. If we get a chance, then it's great. But if we don't get a chance, then it's also fine, because at least we are not making losses. So hey PS Gore, how are you? And the course has been completed like 96% already. Have you done everything on the course? And a new trading pair, uh, what the new trading pair means? So look here, the market is rejecting these wicks. 1 hour candle rejecting these wicks. Okay, let's look at this graph over here. So the market basically is now moving down. Like it was moving up, but now it's reversing down, right? So basically, if it starts to, but the thing is, but there's a thing over here. The current 4-hour candle broke above the high of the previous 4-hour. Gold or GBPUSD start new. Yes, I started to trade gold and GBPUSD. Yeah. Why I did that? The reason is EuroCAD wasn't performing really well for me. Yeah, it performed really well in the start, but from the past few months, it wasn't performing really well. Like it wasn't showing any there was no volume, nothing. So I just left that pair. So and then I started trading GBPUSD, which is doing really well for me, and the gold as well. I don't trade gold all the time, but sometimes when the stop loss is low and the opportunity is great, I trade gold. And GPY is still there, and it will remain in my list forever. So the 4-hour candle has broke above the high of the previous one, right? So that means a support has been formed, and if there is a support formation, then this candle can move up to tap this high over here. And if that will be the case, then we are gonna trade this zone over here, but not before that. 4 minutes remaining. So what if the next 30-minute candle wakes up and break the low of this candle? What happens if that happens? We don't have a range, so I'm gonna just wait. Just gonna wait. And look over here, gold just went bullish from this area. So after 3 minutes, 30 minute candle will be closing. So what if the next candle wicks down till here and break the high? What if that happens? If that happens, then it can move all the way up to fill this clean range. So let's see. So there is clean range over here in gold, and if this 15-minute candle closes above this area, I'm just gonna mark. So after 13 seconds, this candle will be closing over here. 15 minutes, yeah. So it just closed a little bit above, right? So the current 15-minute candle can wick down to this level maybe. Let's have a look at the 1 minute. Oh, look here. It just broke the high. What the above this wick, it will be moving up to this level over here. I think 30-minute candle close back inside the range. Yeah. So this is the range, this is initiation, then we will be having a mitigation, and then we will be having continuation in gold. So look over here, what happens, what is happening over here. Look, so gold broke this high, right? So gold broke this high, but it's now coming down. So the thing is, it can come down to our this level over here. It can tap this area, and then it can go up again. So look here, I took this trade in gold. Let me just show everybody. Running in 17 pips right now, 20 pips over here, secured half position over here in 20 pips, keeping my stops at break even and running nicely. Look, took this trade over here and it's moving up. My target is up over here, like 35-40 pips. So why I took this trade from here? I told everybody that it just initiated, mitigated from here. This was a POI and I took the trade and it went up. And if I'm not wrong, then this is another POI over here and market should move all the way up from here. Trade is already running in like 20 pips right now, so but I want to be very sure, so I'm gonna look at the 4-hour over here. Yes, there's this POI over here. Now this 4-hour candle should be moving up as well. This 4-hour candle should be going all the way up. Like, there's extremely heavy range to the upside, so I'm gonna look at the 1-hour. Let's see how far it can go. Long, I took this trade when the price went down in this area, running in like 25 pips right now. Stops are at break even. We'll hold this trade like longer, like 26 pips is running right now. Look over here. See, this is how you can take the trades. You know, this will be around 50 pips over here, but I think it will be going up to fill this wick at least. If I look at the 1-hour, let's have a look over there as well. Yeah, 1-hour candle also moving up. 27 pips running right now. So it will come down again, I think. So I have closed everything over here at this point in 30 pips. Closed everything in 30 pips. This is the result. Look over here. In 17 cent lots, I just secured like $48, 30 pips. So I closed first one over here in like 15-16 pips. And yeah, this was the half I closed at break even. When the market came down to break even, I closed half over here. And this is the last position I closed. It will go up, but obviously it can come down again to mitigate. So that's why. So this was a quick trade over here in gold. Yeah. Because the reason is, there's another reason, and that reason is that this 1-hour candle, the previous 1-hour candle closed below all these candles, and the current 1-hour candle just went all the way up, right? So this candle can reject these higher prices and can come all the way down, because this is gold, right? Anything can happen in gold. So that's why I secured everything at 30 pips. If this was a full lot trade, then I would have just secured extremely good profits today. But it's alright, I have to manage the risk as well, so no issues. See, I took the trade from here to here. Oh, look over here. GBP also coming down and broke the low of the previous one. GBP also coming down. GBUSD coming down with volume. Nice, but there's nothing to be traded. GBP also moving down over here, and it created another resistance in this area. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour finally rejected this area. Now it's coming down, maybe to fill this wick, but I need some confirmations over here, so I might wait for 15-minute candle. Yeah, I might wait for 15-minute candle to break the lows over here and continue moving down. want to look at the 4-hour as well. Yeah, 4-hour reversed all the way down. Daily is pushing down again. Let's see. So we have this clean candles to go. So if I look at the 15 minutes over here in JPY, yeah, this should go down. Okay, so if I look at the 15 minutes in JPY, then what I can see is a higher wick formation, break of a support, sustained price below that support. Now wick rejection from that same support, which is turned out to be a resistance now. So now 9 minutes left for the current candle to close. It just broke the low of the previous candle. That means a resistance has been formed over here. Also, if this current 15-minute candle break its own low, that's the second confirmation. And the third confirmation will be when this candle break these lows out. That will be the third and the final confirmation, right? So if that happens, I'm gonna enter a trade over here at this price, anticipating that the market's gonna move down over here to at least to fill this wick, like 15 pips away. Also, we are having a New York session open in the next 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, there will be New York open, and I think that volume from the New York open will be taking the price all the way down to this level over here at least. Yeah. So let's see. This is the 4-hour. Yeah, it should come down. Look, the gold just dropped down from there, and now anything can happen in gold. So that was a really nice decision over here to close everything. Seven minutes remaining for the current candle to close. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, so this is a range, then we have this initiation, then we have mitigation, then we have continuation, then there is another range coming up. So we might have initiation, then we have mitigation, and then we have continuation. Okay, we will see. So 30-minute candle is about to close in 5 minutes over here in GBP JPY. I'm gonna wait now. So now the candle is just having 4 minutes left to close, right? And I think okay, 1 hour candle will be closing too. So 1 hour will be closing like a huge rejection, rejecting all the higher prices. If the next 1 hour candle breaks up, break the low, then it can continue moving down. That will also reverse this for a candle down and fill its own wick. 30 minutes looks good. 15 minutes looks more promising. Okay, so let's see if the next candle wicks up. So what I want is, in the next candle I want to wake up first and then break the low to continue moving down to fill this wick. So I want that thing to happen. The reason is 1 hour will be closing, 30 minute will be closing, 15 minute will be closing, right? So if we have a candle which doesn't make a higher wick, then obviously in the lower time frames it will make a higher wick. That will take the market reverse, right? So we don't know whether, if we get in the trade at that point, it will go opposite to us to create a higher wick, or whether it will just go first to the downside like 10-15 pips and then it will go up. So that's something we don't know, and I don't want to take any chances because I have already made the profits for today. So even though I don't get any chance to take the trade now, it's absolutely fine for me. So I'll take all the precautions I can and I'll trade according to that. So let's see what happens. Look, GBP USD is having some nice volume over here, but it's rejecting this area, which we expected. 2 minutes left. I'll just write back. Okay guys, so over here the market is moving up. 15-minute candle closed with a huge rejection to the upside. Now the current candle is creating a higher wick. uh, yeah, so this is a POI over here, and if it just goes down, break the lows, it will go down to fill the wick and then tap this POI. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Four hour is having 1 hour left to close. Daily is, yeah, daily can go down again. Yeah, I think daily will go down again. Oh, look over here. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. 1 minute. 1 minute candle. Yeah, it should reject this area over here. From here, it should reverse back down. So if that will be the case, then uh, that's a confirmation that the market's gonna move down from here. So from here, two things can happen. Number one is that the market can go up, right? Or the second thing is that the market will push all the way down from here. So and the second thing is, once the market breaks these lows over here, it will go down with volume, right? It will go down with volume, and after going down with volume, it will reverse back. Look over here, it's coming down. It's coming down, guys. So it just reversed back from the POI. So let's see if it continues to move down, or if it just continues to move up from here. Because the thing is, there is a range, then we have this initiation, and when there is initiation, then a POI is formed. So now I am expecting mitigation to this level over here. So market can go up to this level again and then can come down from there. But if it's coming down from this level, then that means market is considering this area over here as a POI. So if it comes down from here as well, it's absolutely fine. But yes, of course, below these levels we have this clean candle over here in the 1 minute as well, so that's a really nice thing. 11 pips. So market will go down easily from this level. So I'll take chances in this trade, and this will be the last trade because I don't want to ruin all the profits from today, so that's why. Okay guys, it's coming down. Let's have a look at the 15 minutes over here. So look, 15-minute candle went all the way up and now rejected that area, coming down. So it has basically created a higher wick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my stops above. Oh, stops are coming out to be really big. But okay, so I'm gonna keep my stops somewhere around at a safe place. Sorry. Oh, look over here, it just went up again. Okay, so if it really wants to go down, then this should be going down from this level only. It should come down from this level because this is a area of you can say POI, you can say that. So if a candle closes above this area, that means our trade idea is getting invalid. So if it closes above, then market will be going up, but if it goes down again from this area, then that means the market's gonna move down for sure. Gold just stuck. I guess that was the movement coming into the market in gold at that point. Look, it took all the lows over here, right? And now it's moving up. I think bullish volume coming in. So 15-minute candle broke the high of the previous one. Also there is a resistance over here as well. So market has to reject this area to continue moving down. 4 minutes left for the current 15-minute candle to close. So I'm gonna wait for 4 more minutes over here. So let's wait for 4 minutes. Okay, so the 15-minute candle closed back in the range, right? So now the current 15-minute candle can move up to this level over here. So now the thing is, now the market is leaving the lower prices behind. So that's also an indication that the market can move up from here. Gold again started to move up. So I think in gold, buys will be above this level. Let me just go to 15 minutes. Yeah, GBP is moving up. So from here, gold is about to close over here above 1900.987 area. So let's see what happens. So I think the next 15-minute candle should come down to wick at this place and then should reverse back from there. Let's see. Oh, look over here. I think it just broke the high in the first. Oh no. Still got some time. Yeah, I think it should reverse back a little bit and then it should break the high. Oh, it just broke the high in the first few seconds. Straight 10 pips. No issues. It should reverse back, I think. Yeah. It should come back and then it should go up. If not, then it's absolutely fine. But according to me, it should. It should grab some liquidity from this place and then move up again. Now we have this clean range. Once the market breaks this high, yeah, it will be moving up to fill this clean range. I took the trade from this point, and from this point market went up like in 86, 87 pips now. If I would have left the runner running, it would have given me more profits. GBP, JPY is just ranging right now. So it's tapping this area of support now. So now there are two areas from where the gold can possibly reject. Number one is this area over here, and number second is this area over here. So if it break its own low, let me just make that visible in the 15 minutes as well. Oh, it's visible in 15 minutes. Okay. This price is 1899.846. Oh, this price over here, 846. Okay, so if we are talking about this price, then this candle will be this candle will break its own low and will come down to this area and will close like a bearish one above this one. That means this will be a huge wick, and there will be a small bearish body, and then there will be a huge rejection wick as well. And when that happens, the next candle will also come down to grab liquidity, and then it will go up. So that means we are gonna have a range of about like 20-26 pips. Yeah, let's see how far it can go. So my priority is this area over here. Look, the market is now reversing back. GBP, JPY also trying to go up from this area. Also, if we look at this one over here, then this area is, let's have a look where is it is. Then this area is this one over here. But I'm gonna wait for that area to tap. 4 minutes left for the current 15-minute candle to close. Okay, it has tapped this area over here. Let's see if it rejects or go more down, because at this point gold can also create some fake out as well. If that happens, then this will be moving down. And 19 minutes left for the current 4-hour candle to close. But it's rejected this area, so the next candle can wick down and move up. Wick down and move up. Wick down and move up. So for that, it really needs to close above this one to wick down and move up. So I think this yeah, now it should go up. Now gold should move up from here. Let's see, this will be 10 pips over here. I'm not in this trade, guys, I'm just looking at the market now. We have this clean candle, and with volume price can move up to at least 10 pips from here. Yeah, it respected the low of the previous one, created a lower wick, broke the high, clean candle. It should move up from here. GBP USD is moving down with heavy volume. Nice. It can just break its own low. 6 minutes left. Next 5-minute candle can wick down and go up, break the high to continue moving up. But this candle has to close strong, because if this candle will be closing like this, then there might be some problem. Look, it just entered that area. Now this candle should reject this area and move up. Six seconds remaining. Okay, closing a weak bullish candle. Now next candle can wake up, break the low and continue moving down. Let's see. I like the way the previous 5-minute candles closed. So basically in 5 minutes 4-hour candle is closing too. So now no trades. I'm gonna wait for 4-hour to close first. So 4 minutes, after 4 minutes this candle will be closing like this. Next candle can wick down, break the high, fill the wick, wick down. Okay. Because this candle can reject these higher prices as well and continue moving down from here to this level. So it's better to wait. GBP JPY is about to close it in between this range again. That means there's no buy and there's no sells. Nothing. let's see if it breaks the high or if it just rejects this area. 1 minute is also closing with the rejection wick. I like the way it's closing. 30 minute will also be closing with the rejection. Okay, it just broke the high, and now it can move all the way up to fill this clean candle. Oh, it rejected. It rejected that area. Two minutes remaining for the 4-hour candle to close. I'm gonna remove all these unnecessary things from the chart. We'll draw some new levels over here. We don't need this one as well. Okay, so now it looks good, and the 4-hour is closing above this level of support over here. The next 4-hour candle can wick down and move up to fill the wick of the previous one, and then go up to test the high. So that means 4-hour will be moving up, and that means gold is about to go bullish, right? So let's try to catch some bullish momentum in gold over here. So 15-minute candle is also about to close in 15 seconds, and that's closing like a bullish candle over here. And so if the next candle respects the low and breaks the high, that means this support is now supporting the price to move the price up to fill this all clean wick, right? So let's have a look at the 5 minutes over here. 5-minute close with the rejection. News just came in, I think. News came in. Oh no, not yet. 44 minutes remaining. So what we can do over here is, so I need this 15-minute candle to wick down and then go up to break the high and then move up. So to wick down, that means we are talking that it should come down to a POI, maybe. Wick down. Okay, that means if this candle breaks the high, the probability of moving up will be really good. Stops can be 10 pips. Yeah, but by looking at the 5 minutes over here, 5 minute really looks choppy. It looks like that it's gonna create a resistance and it's gonna move down. Yeah, so I'm not comfortable in taking trades in this area. So not taking this one, definitely. 30-minute candle closed like a doji. So the current 30-minute candle should come down, test this wick over here, and then should reverse if it really wants to go up. Yeah, it should move up from here. I really have a good feeling that it should move up from here, definitely. The next 1 minute candle should wick down and break the high and move up. Yeah, now this candle should stretch all the way up. Let's see what happens. Suppose if we took this trade, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, it's rejected. It just basically, if we keep our stops over here, basically I want to see whether the candles will be respected and move up from this point, or whether the candles will be moving down. Because you know why? The reason is this 15-minute candle just broke the high, so that's the reason. And I really think with volume this price can move all the way up. Oh, it just hit the SL. Let's okay. I think there is now the volume is dying in gold and it's not moving up. It's not moving down as well. Commissions. Okay, I gave around 1.2.8, 3.5 or $4 of commission on this trade. Oh, it's moving up now. Now 15-minute candle should be stretching all the way up from here. If it comes down again, this was a high, closed above, become the POI. Yeah, it can. Clean candle in 1 minute. Now it will be definitely moving up to this level. GBP JPY moving down. Okay, so over here I was about to take a trade at this place, but I didn't. So if I would have took this trade, then 16 pips would be gained right now. So the thing is, I think there will be another opportunity coming up to take this same trade. The reason is 15-minute candle. Let me just show you. 15-minute candle over here. The next candle will be wick down, grab liquidity from this area, and then move up from this area. So that will be the opportunity. And now this is the POI over here. So it will come down, tap this area, and move up. Yeah. So if I take a trade when this will be tapped over here, stops will be around 3.4 pips. Yeah, it should move down. Sorry. Let's see, GBP nothing, GBPUSD nothing. It's just gold which is moving. Just broke the high. So 15-minute candle just broke the high now. Created a lower wick, broke the high. Now it can move up to fill this wick. 12 minutes left. But yeah, before going all the way up, it can go down, grab liquidity, and then move up again. So that can be also happening over here. Because look, it didn't close above this wick. That means the volume might be dying over here. So it can come down again, grab liquidity, and then go up from here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so sorry. So over here, I'm gonna wait for the market to tap this area. It can move up from here as well, but if it come down to this level, then that will be a really great thing. Look at GBP JPY. I just don't know why this is happening with GBP JPY. Oh, it's moving up. Man, I should have just took this trade over here. This area will be tapped very very soon, that's for sure. Like 30 pips can be achieved. Okay. Waiting for a candle to tap inside this area. Let's see if we get a chance of that or not. Because volume is there now. Now volume is very very heavy volume is there in the market. So anytime soon it can just push the market all the way up. Oh, look here. Oh, damn, it just came down. How much time left in the news? 22 minutes. Still got 22 minutes. So in 5 minutes 30-minute candle will be closing over here. Okay, everybody, calling it a day over here. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. Let's meet tomorrow.